If this is an industry that you've never worked in, the reality of it is that your chance of success is a lot lower than if it's something you know something about. Okay, so you have a great idea for a business. Well, we think you do. All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this a little bit more and dig into that in this video. All right, so the first question is why do you think this idea is so good? Right? Are there competitors already doing this? Have you looked at the competitors? Now I'm talking, have you fully researched them? Again, you have to think the biggest thing you're doing when you're building a business is that you're investing your time, whether you're investing your money or not. And time is not something that you get back, right? So if you're making an investment of your life, you need to be serious about making sure that this investment is going to pay off. And that's going to include making sure you know who these competitors are. And, how do you start? Don't assume that you know everything, right? And I don't care what it is that you're doing. You need to get online. So this will actually help you start thinking about your business model. Each one of these pieces that I'm giving you is important. I've spent an excruciating amount of time trying to take the success I've had and break it out incrementally and figure out how do you replicate it. And searching out your competitors is obviously one of the major things to do. And think about, how do your competitors reach their clients? How have they grown? What type of a market is this that you have an idea on? And why do you think you know so much about this market? We'll start there actually. If this is an industry that you've never worked in, the reality of it is that your chance of success is a lot lower than if it's something you know something about. I'm not saying don't do this business, because if you're new and you're starting out, you don't know anything. But you have to get the knowledge, and the more knowledge you get in any type of industry, and I don't care what that industry is, whether it's something that for stay-at-home moms that are, they're doing something for women in their community, or they're selling a product that the women like to buy. There's still ways that competitors are getting them to make those purchases. And what you're going to find is that you're going to find yourself on social media. You certainly are going to find yourself on the web. And that's the vast majority of the way that people are marketing nowadays. I mean, there's other ways that do it, right? So like there's video marketing and other things I'm looking at for one of my businesses, and there's other ways to do it. But as you're getting started, chances are what you're going to be doing is you're going to be marketing online, and you're going to have an online presence. And so when you're researching your competitors, you're thinking about, okay, how do they do their business? How are they being successful? You're trying to envision what that looks like for them. And what you're going to want to do, and write this down, right? Again, this is about action. If you're not taking the actions, like when I say write this down, you're not serious about this. You need to just go do something else, because you're going to fail. And I don't want to see you waste your time. And that would go for you. If I don't know you, that would go for my kids if they're watching this. It's just the reality of the process. I'm not being harsh, because everyone has the chance to do this, but you have to be serious about it, okay? I want you to write out a list of every search term on how someone would find that product or service in the marketplace. That's going to help you. That's going to help you think from the mind of the customer, right? If you haven't ever heard this before, you need to. Nothing happens until you make a sale. Nothing, right? All of this is a figment of your imagination until your business actually makes a sale, till someone is willing to purchase something. So you need to be thinking about that sale, that very first sale. And in one of the next videos, I'm going to teach you about MicroTesting. It's a very powerful concept of having products and not spending too much time and money investing in a product before you try to sell it. But the first thing you need to do is you need to get this list, and that's going to help you to understand what you're competing for, what type of traffic, what type of attention, and it's really going to help you with your business model as well. All right, so back to understanding an industry. I'm going to give you some of the history about my background. I worked in the insurance industry. Now just take that one specific industry. I work in a specific part called the employee benefit version of the insurance industry. But the insurance industry is massive. So even me, with lots of very successful businesses under my belt, owning a software development technology company, selling an employee benefit practice, if I decided that I wanted to go into the individual life insurance sales, I would struggle today. And you go, well, wait a minute, that's the insurance industry. No, it's not. That is the life insurance industry. I am good at the employee benefit version of the industry. Now, why does this matter? this matters for you because if you don't know anything to the intimate details of the type of business that you're going into, you're going to have a lot higher chance of failing, frankly. Now, I learned this the hard way as I tried to transition into an industry that I'd never done before. And I was successful. I was had millions of dollars of net worth, and I was making all this money, and I'm just going to take this success and I'm going to transition it into a totally different industry. And the marketplace said, no, you're not. No, you're not. I was like, what? I thought it's like, no, that I did not understand something that I had to learn the hard way. And so you definitely want to make sure, to the extent you have the ability, that you're building a business around something that you know. Now, think about this for some people that may just come out of college. You don't have any technical knowledge. That's okay. You have to do things you know still. Like, what do you like? Some people like to brew beer. Well, you need to look there. You need to understand, like, how are people, working with it? How do people buy supplies? Where's the opportunity? But if you're a person that just loves beer, then, and you don't have any pets, I don't know that I would recommend trying to open up a dog walking business. It'd be a bad idea. You don't know anything about owning a dog, and you don't even like dogs, right? So the point is, you're going to know more intimate details about, brewing beer, and there's these version of Indian Pale Ales and these hops, and you're going to know things I would never know. I might know a little bit of that because I actually like beer, but as you can see, or if you can see my belly, you can see. But you get the point, right? You need to make sure that you actually know something about what in the hell you're trying to create, and that's going to save you a lot of frustration. But research your competitors and get that list of keywords. Now, there's some tricks that you're going to learn because this course is going to go, like, think about college level, 301, 4. I mean, we're going way up there, and we'll talk about different tools specifically on how we can take those search terms. We can see which competitors are using those. Again, if you haven't seen the channel video, I would certainly, you're going to want to subscribe to this, but you're definitely going to want to make sure that you watch the overall channel video as well. I talk about in that the businesses that I built, and one of those businesses included a company that launched a website and hit #1 on Google for a ton of search terms. When you go through that process, then you learn a lot. And again, I want whatever I've been able to accomplish, my ceiling, to be your floor, and for you guys to go from there. So again, make sure that you subscribe. Also, don't be selfish. You've heard me say it before. Like the video. That helps other people like you that are trying to be successful. We can all help one another. This is much more of a community build because we're all doing things. We can always be helpful to one another. And make sure to comment too. That helps me to know, when I get a chance to do some content, what to talk about and where you guys might need help. So stick with it. Everybody, you have the opportunity to do that. We're just about to start getting very intricate into the building blocks. And, my bet is if it were me, I would be going, stop being so vague. Well, you need to be patient, right? Because if you don't understand the things that I've already taught, whatever you build is going to suck, right? You're going to create something that's not going to work, or you're going to hate it after it's already created. And ask me how I know. I've beaten my head against that wall, and I don't want you guys to. If you can avoid the pain, I want you to. So I hope you have a great day and look forward to catching you on another video. Thanks.